All right, guys, welcome back here. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging around me today. Once again, my name is Joseph. Thank you guys for being here today. We're looking for a short right now below 85 here on crude oil. As you can see here, guys, for the second time today, we've given you the exact entry, the exact target, and the exact stop. Stop will be up here at 25. All right, guys? So this will be for the second time today now. We provided you with the exact information you need here to get short or long. Our first trade of the morning today was a fantastic trade. We made a new higher high, went out and bought the pullback, and made about 20 ticks of profit on that. We're waiting for a short right now. While we're waiting here, I do want to encourage all you guys, if you're a trial member right now, if you're one of our distinguished guests in the trade room today, we welcome you to come out and give us a call here in the office, jump on Skype, get me on the phone, let's talk about your trading. Terrence, when is the next session? Every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time through 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we're open for trial members. We are open much longer than that as a whole. Here's our schedule every day. We open up at 3 a.m. Eastern Time for our London session. Guys, here's your short, 85. Let's take a look at what we're seeing here now. What do I need to qualify the entry? Momentum, size, speed. What am I seeing right now? Do I have speed? Yes, I do. Do I have size? What do you see? I've got speed trying to rise. I need green delta. I've got no green delta. That's what I'm waiting on right now. Speed looks okay. Now remember, if I don't want to read tape, I use the delta. Okay, my time and sales window will report to me every trade that comes into the market. This is an advanced skill, and you can easily learn how to read tape on our blog. Just go right to the blog, sidewaysmarkets.com, type in tape reading, and you'll see a lesson there. We teach you guys all about reading tape. Now, maybe you're brand new, though. Maybe you don't want to learn to read tape yet, or maybe you're learning to read tape, but you haven't quite got there yet. I'm going to use what we call the delta indicator. The delta indicator down at the bottom tells me who wins that speed. So, for example, I'm looking for a short right now. I've got no speed, but I can easily see the delta now is red. I've got very little speed, but I can see the red delta. That tells me there's sellers now coming into the market. If I can see increasing speed with that red delta, that's going to trigger me now into this trade short. Now, there are two ways to take this position. One way to do it, and by the way, guys, your stop loss will be up here at 24. We'll say 21 for your stop loss. That's kind of a gimme. We train on that consistently as members. There are two ways to enter this position short. One way is going to be to put a limit order at 85. That's 88.85. Place your stop loss up here at 21 and let it run. Another way to do it is to wait for what I just described, which was to wait for the increasing speed with the red delta to confirm the order short. So a new trader, limit order. Get in, place your targets, place your stop, let it run. As you get a little bit more experience as a trader with us, you'll begin to pick up your skills as a tape reader, reading the speed, reading the delta, understanding when the big money comes into the market, we want to piggyback on them. All right, I'm looking for red delta. I'm looking to go short. Red is for the sellers. I'm looking for red delta. Now, don't be confused by the speed and the delta. Remember, the speed you want to be rising. In this case, though, we're looking for a short, so you want the delta red to be going lower. All right, now, we already had one trade today. Our first trade this morning came on crude oil. And this is just a great example. We made a new higher high on crude. We pulled back, and we took a wave pattern long. I gave everybody the exact trade call, gave everyone the stops and the targets, and we all made at least a +5 on it. I made a +5, and then I made a +15, and you can see it right there. Now, I'll make sure when I post this later on in the blog, I'll make sure to put up the exact entry information. I'll post a snapshot of my NinjaTrader control panel for you a little bit later on here as I watch the second trade of the day play out here. So once again, you know what we're looking for. Look at the speed right now. Absolutely no speed. Once I see that speed pick back up, that's when the speed's going to tell me somebody now has taken control. If the buyers take control, I'm going to sit on my hands. But if the speed picks back up and the sellers take control by showing me the red delta, just like you saw right there, right? If I see the red delta, or if I'm a tape reader and I'm reading tape, seeing sellers, it's going to tell me now to get short. So we're going to probably see this thing trigger here once we go into our training session together. But again, I'm going to watch that speed, and I'm watching for that delta to pick up to trigger me in the trade. Don't forget also, guys, if you want to keep it simple, do so. Put a limit order on at 88.85. Just make sure you place your stop wide enough, because a limit order means your entry might not be exact. Alrighty? Now look what we're seeing here. What a great example. Look at the speed. What are you seeing? Speed's picking up. What's the delta? The delta's red. Now it's not picking up by a lot, but it's starting to show a little bit of some sign of things to come, isn't it? So let's see if these sellers can keep it up. Let's see if they can keep it up. I'm looking for speed to keep rising and delta to keep red. Once again, want to thank you all for being here. I got a couple more minutes to answer questions. I'm going to try to find my way into this short position unless we don't get a trigger. If we don't get the trigger, I'll be sitting on hands waiting for it. I want to thank you all for your time today. Once again, a lot of new faces in the room. We did a great job today getting back after a break. Had our members summit last week in Vegas. Had a great time with all the members last week in Vegas. If you missed this one, come out and see us in May. We do them every 6 months. We also had crude rollover today. We also had a little bit of a hiccup in the crude contract, the 113 contract. So we definitely learned a little bit about how to use our charts today, but we got right over that obstacle and got right on to making our money. Thank you so much for joining as a member. We are just getting started here this week, guys, making money as we go into this Thanksgiving holiday.